subscribe.
I know you're home. You really don't want me to break down the door and wake up the whole floor. Cops are gonna be busy for the next few days. Your calls are gonna get dropped if you're not reporting domestic terrorism. You know exactly why. Can't get a decent night off with your old buddies around. Check the news if you want, but trust me, I don't think it's good for the kiddo. So, might as well save yourself a couple $100 and whatever else is on your deposit. Not so bad, huh? You can thank me later. God, you look like a wreck. Do you want me to take care of the kiddo while you get some sleep? You look like you need it. Are we really gonna keep doing this? Nothing says I'm not allowed to see him. Yeah, 'cause the judge wasn't stupid. Hopefully the same goes for you. If they can't even put me in prison for a couple of ransoms, then no custody order is gonna stop me from visiting whenever I want to. Oh, trust me. I'd have tried a lot sooner, but work kinda tends to get in the way. I don't know if that's why your old buddies haven't offered babysitting services yet either. Did they drop you after they found out you like your girls combative and aggressive in places off the battlefield? Well, you've got your proof right there. No point in denying it when I've seen it for myself. For real though, were you kicked out? Figures, though. I guess being a full-time parent is a good enough excuse to not have you slowing everyone down. Can't protect your neighbors when you're out there cursing them at 2 a.m. for waking up your kid with a damn car alarm. If it makes you feel better, your old buddies will probably be in the hospital for the next week or so. What? It's the least I can do for making you lose your job. Sorry that someone had to go, but one less nuisance to deal with on a daily basis makes my job a lot easier. Of course, it was intentional. What do you take me for? Well, I'll have you know I made very meticulous plans to spend quality time with the cutest boy I've ever had the pleasure of throwing hands against. And you played right into them. Having a smaller group to deal with was a nice bonus. I'm still as willing a volunteer as ever. Just without the throwing hands part. Gotta leave a good impression on the kiddo, huh? Not sure why you think I wouldn't. Besides, I think we'd both be a lot happier if we kept the violence to a minimum. I don't know how much more blatant my motives can be, but throw out your accusations, I guess. How about this? Maybe I just have the diabolical, evil urge to be a decent mother to my son. Now, you've already gotten a little taste of how well I can take care of you if you let me. Maybe with some more experience, you'd get to see what more I have to offer. Money to cover expenses for you both. And a little extra support that you're not getting elsewhere. I wasn't gonna say this in front of the judge, but Child support doesn't have to be limited to dirty money. Maybe that'll change your mind. Would you rather live off of your savings until he's old enough for school? Really? Well, you should have said something. You made it sound like you were out of a job altogether. Better than nothing, I guess. Still, if it's not making you enough for a babysitter, you could do better. You know, we've actually been looking for someone to replace our last mission control. You get to work remotely and have better benefits. Having me on call 24/7, paid paternity leave coming right out of my pockets, and free babysitting services. Are you shitting me, or you really just can't take the hint? So, how many more bribes do you need me to give you just so I can see my own kid? I've got to make sure you're taking better care of him than yourself. Well, yeah, he's mine too. I can't have you putting dumb stuff in his head. He's not watching guys get beat up for tying damsels to train tracks if I have anything to say about it. Too violent for that age. And he's got to see both sides of the story to make a fair judgment. Maybe the damsel was into it and the hero got on the way. Wouldn't be the first time either of us have come across someone like that. You see, I know a certain someone who'd benefit from being tied to his bed for the next few hours until he gets some proper sleep. Oh, really? Well, if you've got enough energy in your system, you know the perfect way to prove me wrong. Hey, come on, bunny. You made your life easier by letting me in here. So don't screw yourself out of a perfectly good door. What's wrong, bunny? I thought you liked it. You don't have to pretend now that you're not trying to save face with your old buddies. You're allowed to like things, you know? Fine. Just don't act like a hypocrite and give our son a dumb nickname. Oh, you know. Like Captain Cutie Pie or the Defender of Child Support. Yeah, because he doesn't need unrealistic expectations of heroism placed on him at such an early age. You might find yourself on a block list 30 years from now if you discourage him from doing what he wants to do. If he is anything like his mom, heroics may not be to his taste. But you'll never know if you don't let him explore his interests. You know, they say exposing your child to different worldviews is good for their intellectual development. I don't know. Someone out there probably did. I just figured, if you trusted me enough without your clothes on, you'd trust me with this. Look, I have not bothered you or the kiddos a single time since we got all of this sorted out. I'd like you to give me the benefit of the doubt, at least this once. Oh, I'm sure that adrenaline kick will be enough to snatch him away from me if you feel threatened. So, you have nothing to worry about. Can I hold him, please? Hey there, little guy. Look at you. You've gotten so big since the last time I saw you. No, don't hurt my hand. That's my only weak spot. How did you know? You've got some strong little hands. I bet you'll be ready for your first gauntlet soon. Come on, look at him. He's a natural. Don't tell me you don't see it. Someone's gotta teach him to not take after you. He's already got a head start on making the wrong enemies. Well, I know what I'm doing for the next few hours while you get your beauty sleep. Once I'm done with him, he'll be unrecognizable. He's gonna know his ABCs before he can even talk. A for arson burns through your permanent record. B for banks are an easy source of cash when your not ex needs a little more support in his life. And C for oh my god, you need to lighten up. You'll fall for this stuff too easily. I wish he'd fall for me again. We both got something out of it. Swallow your pride like you did back then. You've got nothing to lose that you haven't already. No one who matters is gonna care about the type of girl you spend your time with. Nothing's holding you back anymore. And if one kid isn't enough to convince you, maybe the second time's the charm. Oh, you can fall for that one. I'm not joking. I know I can convince you again. I haven't forgotten what got you the first time. In fact, it'll be a whole lot easier. Not having to lose your job. No going behind people's backs and worrying about getting caught. It might be part of the fun, but there's other ways to get the same thrill. I've got lots of experiences putting people in their place. And if you want to keep treating me as the bad guy, I'll push you as close to the edge as you want. The longer you aren't living the hero life, the harder it will be to fight back. And the more I fight, the better I'll get at surprising you with new tricks up my sleeve. Enemies will deal with the pain from all the mistakes. You're the only one who gets to see it done right. And best of all, no one gets in the way this time. The kiddo doesn't get in the way of anything. He's right where he needs to be. He needs to see how much his mommy loves his daddy. And of course, I can't forget you, little guy. Sorry, he gets kiss priority. He's the real love of my life. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I never stop thinking about him, you know. He is all I think about these days. After all, I literally birthed him. And of course, there's you. I had to think long and hard about how I get through you to see him. Maybe a little more than that. Only when I was feeling especially evil. Well, when you're out there trying to do ransoms, you deal with a lot of girlfriends and boyfriends and spouses and family and you name it. Sometimes I like to rank the types of pecking I hear so I can compare it to yours and... Okay. I'll shut up. But you wanted to know. Oh, I'm gonna be the best influence in our son. Just you wait. Now, don't threaten me with a good time. You'll regret those words. Because you're not going to enjoy yourself as much as you would when you're well rested. Now, get some sleep. Kiddo is gonna be just fine. He's not going anywhere. Plenty of mischief to do here. Lots of dangerous things like figuring out how to warm his bottle properly without burning your apartment down. Fine. I'll let you stay up for that. And only that. Just because I know how much you like playing with fire. Show me whatever I need to do. I learn pretty quickly. Oh, even better, I'll just use the manual so I don't have to keep you waking up. I'll take any other resources you've got, but I should have most things down. Well, I might have gotten some practice here or there with a few little ones. Common courtesy for ransom victims. Look, I was willing to put a few heroes in the hospital so I could get time off. And break a door down for the kiddo. Might as well kill two birds with one stone while on the job. All that matters is he's in good hands. You have nothing to worry about. Now go and get your rest, Papa. You need it. It's better than Bunny, at least, right? Yeah, that's so. Sleep well so you're ready to fight later. Could be the boring kind, could be the fun kind. Depends on whether you want to play happy family with me or not. Either way, I'm winning, and you can count on that. I'm home, honey. Hey, don't scare the kiddo. He hates loud noises, remember? Well, if knocking on the front door is too much, I don't exactly have many other good options, do I? And then, tell me, what's worse? Losing it over me coming in through a window or breaking down the door? Because if that's the hill you're gonna die on, you need to pick your poison. Relax. All I'm saying is that a spare key would solve every one of your problems. Even after everything I've done to get on your good side. Is it so hard to imagine that I wouldn't come in for nefarious purposes? I can't steal your first kiss or your first time when you gave those up willingly. There's nothing in here I can't easily nab without having to resort to ransoms. So, try again. Well, I don't know what your definition of nefarious is, but the line between your kinks and outright violence is microscopic. You know, at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if you were asking for forced entry. You don't have to lie. No one in your life is gonna care what you're into. Except me. For obvious reasons. Hate to say it, but no one else is going to actively pursue the picky single dad who likes it rough. And honestly, that's better for me. Come on. You get what you want. And I'm the perfect deterrent for awful people who want to cause trouble for you and the kiddo. Oh? If you don't want me around, I guess I'll just keep all these groceries that you asked me to get for you. That's perfectly fine with me. There's a few targets with kids who will probably appreciate the donation. You can't have it both ways, Papa. I'm not a delivery service. I take kisses and I love yous as payment, by the way. Whichever is more sincere. I was kind of hoping for an I love you that time, but that was serviceable. Well, I know you love my money at least. It probably helps you sleep better at night, knowing you're not drowning in debt from all these expenses. Baby formula doesn't come cheap, you know. This stuff cost me a day's worth of honest work. Yeah, and you wonder why some of us prefer alternative methods of procurement. Well, maybe your old buddies would be a lot more productive as heroes if, they spent their time trying to one-up me instead of wasting their time stopping shoplifters from feeding their families just so they can meet their quotas. They have plenty of time to work on themselves. I've been a good girl recently, and I plan to keep it that way for a while. Of course, I actually paid for this formula with my own money. I got the good stuff too. Okay, what did I do wrong this time? Because I'm gonna start thinking you're just coming up with excuses to start fights with me. And there's only so many times a day we can do the whole bed wrestling thing. Fine, whatever. What's your deal then? Really? Do I have to be the one to burst your bubble about brand name things? Oh, I know the formulas are different. Believe me, I probably have more intimate knowledge of them than a fourth-time mother does at this point. And would you believe me if I told you that babies tend to like the taste of this one better than the one you asked me to get? Well, it doesn't matter how expensive it is. You're not the one paying for it. Well, my son is bound to have expensive taste. It's in his blood. What can I say? If he wants a luxurious lifestyle, he has the perfect role model for it. You know what I say to that? You probably shouldn't prevent a nice young lady, or man, from having the same electrifying romantic experience that you had. So let your son have fun. Well, regardless of the choices he makes later down the line, I at least want to give him the resources to have them in the first place. It's what any kid needs, right? And it's the least I can do for missing out on his first few months. Yeah, so would you believe me if I said I got him something a little more expensive and tasty so I could spoil him to make up for that time I lost? Well, you would be half wrong, because I just couldn't find the brand you wanted anywhere. Out out of stock in every store for the foreseeable future. And I don't know about you, but I love the kiddo enough to make sure he gets fed with whatever is available. And you know what the best part is? He's old enough to start eating proper food, so you don't have to resort to villainy to accommodate his expensive tastes, assuming you end up deciding to lock me out. Yeah, proper. As in made from scratch baby food instead of pre-made crap. You know, I've babysat the kids of millionaires until they're willing to fork over my salary. The types who have their own private chefs who know how to work around picky eating. I think you should at least marginally trust that I know what I'm doing. Come and watch. I'll show you the best technique for perfect consistency. Just make sure to cover the kiddo's ears. Gotta protect him from all the scary sounds, you know. Exactly. So, to better contextualize this, these fruits are our heroes. And in order to make sure they bend to our will and change to meet our preferences, we first have to turn up the heat and... Fine. If you want a better analogy, you're the fruit and we have to butter you up so that it's easier to peel off your... Okay. Just don't drop him if you're planning to throw your hands at me. At least, you're going to remember it now. See how smooth this is? Yeah, just need to let it cool off enough for a little taste tester. There we go. Shouldn't be too hot. Shouldn't be too cold. Just right. Open wide. Here comes the plane with all the heroes on it. Ah. God, you're no fun. It's not violent when it's not real. Hey, as long as it gets him to eat, you do whatever needs to be done. Yeah, and he ate up the whole thing, so clearly it works. That's good, right? Want some more? Yes, you do. Look at you. You ate grown-up food. I'm so proud of you. I'm just happy I didn't get to miss this. I'm his mom and I've missed so many firsts as it is. I don't want to miss any more. I don't know if I could miss out on his first birthday, first words, walking, all that stuff. I guess my reputation saved me from that. The justice system was too scared to tell me no. Nah. I wasn't going to fight you for custody. My life is pretty dangerous with the sort of people I deal with. Not just heroes. I do deal with a lot of kids, but I'd argue they're still in danger. If their parents decide they're not worth paying up, what happens with those kids? I wouldn't hurt a kid, but finding out your parents wouldn't do everything to be with you again really messes you up. That sort of thing will not happen to my son. I'll keep coming through windows and demanding others pay my salary for his sake. I don't mind putting myself in danger for him. No. Now, when did you start caring about what happens to me? My work's been dangerous from the start, and it was never an issue before. Otherwise, the little guy wouldn't be here right now. I don't know. If anything, it's what got you coming back for more. So, if something bad happens to me, are you gonna miss the support or me? Both, maybe? Do you need me that badly? I think you do. You've been looking a lot better since I started coming by. You don't have those dark circles under your eyes anymore. So clearly someone's getting a good night rest. You're not fooling anyone, especially not me. Doesn't matter if you won't admit it anyway. Someone else clearly needs me. This little guy right here. Oh, I know. Of course I'll keep coming by for you. I'm glad you think so. You should ask your daddy to let me see you more often. You heard the man. Can't argue with that. Of course. That's what you said. I'm pretty fluent in baby talk, so I'm right. I'm also fluent in stubbornness and sarcasm, so you'll never have to worry about me not understanding you. Well, I understand that you're doing a lot better with some help in your life. I'm glad you're honest about that. Yeah, it's no trouble for me. You already paid me for today, but I won't complain if I get another one. One of those two. Either works for me. I love you too. I know that's what you mean by that, even if you don't say it out loud. Then what does it mean? Thank you. Please keep coming by. Here's my payment for the next time I need you. I mean, I'm fine with taking advance payments. And not only for that either. Maybe a bigger house for the three of us. Oh, 4 of us? 5? You know, I'd love my own personal organization, and I trust my own family with delicate matters over some strangers. The best ones have at least 10 or more, so... Okay. Baby steps. You lost round 1 at least, so we're getting somewhere. The fight goes on until we're a happy family, obviously. Unless you had other plans. We'll save the violence for adult time. That's what you prefer. Yeah, that's what made me love you in the first place. Just wish you'd trust me with a key. That's too bad. You've got a window in your room, right? Guess I know what I'm using next time. For lots of midnight cuddles, obviously. I hope you weren't thinking I'd stress you out even more with another kid so soon. Look, I'm not that evil. I have some standards. And my standard is that Papa deserves some tender, loving care for all the hard work he does. Of course. So let me take care of you too.